In this episode, I'm going to give you 3 ways to take your business to the next level. If you would like to build, scale, or grow in electrical contracting or any other type of skilled trade business to multiple 6 or even 7 figures in annual revenue, then you're going to want to pay close attention to these exact strategies that I use in my own business. So let's get it. Hey folks, Terry the Electrician here, owner of Smart Wire Solutions in Atlanta, Georgia, and founder of the Trade Boss Academy. Welcome to episode 6 of the Boss Talk with Terry podcast. So you're probably asking, what are these 3 ways to take your business to the next level? Okay, well, one is to change your business model. The second way to do it is to change your business market. And the third is to change your business message. Now, at the beginning of 2020, I made a dramatic change in the way I do business, and I changed all 3. This led me to having my best year ever in business up until that point. So let's break this down a little bit. The business model and electrical contractors basically have 2 primary business models that we operate under: service or construction. All right. My primary business model starting out was electrical construction. I worked for many, electrical contractors prior to getting my electrical license and starting my own company. And they were commercial construction, commercial electrical contractors. So none of them did any residential, very little service. And it was basically new construction electrical and electrical build out for retail spaces, restaurants, that type of thing. So naturally, when I started my own company, that's the business model that I adapted. So at the beginning of 2020, I switched everything up, and I switched from the construction-based model to the service-based model, and I focused on residential service. And here's the kicker. I added appliance repair to the list of services that I offer my clientele. So yeah, we're talking some dramatic changes here, but what that did was give my business a quantum leap in profitability. Prior to that, I was barely making ends meet, to be honest with you. Breaking even, never seeing a profit. But we stayed busy. We stayed because we provided a level of service that kept us busy, kept us getting referrals and repeat business. The problem, and I couldn't really see it at the time. It was just enough to keep me going, just enough to keep us in the game. Not enough to prosper, not enough to grow, definitely not no way to scale, because I could not scale that business model. With me being the primary implementer in the whole thing. Okay, so that's why, I come to a conclusion late 2018 that I needed to make some drastic changes. And then kind of spent 2019 educating myself on how to really grow and build a real solid business, a solid, profitable business. Really kind of spent an entire year, still kind of, just kind of breaking even. And, but at the beginning of 2020, all bets were off, and we turned it loose and we made it happen. So the second way to take your business to the next level would be to change your business market. Okay, so as I said, I switched. So now that I'm doing service and I'm focusing on residential service, now my market is primary homeowners as opposed to the fix and flip investors and general contractors. Okay, And there's a different mindset when you're dealing with primary homeowners as opposed to contractors and investors. Now, one, you're an asset. The other, you're a commodity. All right. So with primary homeowners, I learned how to become a valued asset, right? With the contractors and the investors, look, this is what it is. They're looking for the most amount of work for the cheapest price, bottom line. So their profits can swell, okay? So they can get the bigger profits, right? And I'm not mad at them because that's their business model. Little did I know, I had a choice whether or not to participate in their business model. Today, I don't participate in that business model because I know I have a choice, and today I have a business model that suits me, that allows me to build a business that serves me at the highest level, so I can serve my customers at the highest level. What does that really do? Well, it gives me the income, the energy, and the motivation to provide the highest level of service that I possibly can to my clientele. Okay, so I had to switch the business market. The third way to take your business to the next level is change your business message. Now, some of you may be saying, well, I really don't have a business message. Well, you actually do have a business message, either intentional or unintentional. Okay. I operated for many years with an unintentional message that I was putting out there. And that unintentional message was, here's a really good electrician who will work dirt cheap. That was a message that I was putting out to the marketplace. And I was putting that message out there, and I kept perpetuating that message because I kept playing in the same sandbox, right? I kept doing the same thing, hoping for a different result. How many of you know that that is the textbook definition of insanity? Okay. So today I have a very distinct and powerful message. And it starts with what I do. Okay. That message is home electrical repairs. Well, that message is we specialize in home electrical repairs, custom home lighting, and smart home technology. Now, I'm sure you can hear clearly who that message is for. You can also hear who that message is not for. Right? Having home in all three of those areas that we specialize in tells the primary homeowner that this is the guy for you, or these are the people that you're looking for to suit your needs. It's also to tell the general contractors, the construction guys, and the investors that this might not be the person for you. Okay. So, again, you have to have a clear, distinct message for your market. It's called message to market match. If your message to market match is off, you will continue to attract the wrong prospects for your business. Okay. And this is extremely important when it comes to lead generation. So that's the three. Like I said, this allows me to build a business that serves me at the highest level, so I can serve my customers at the highest level. And what's the underlying principle here? Well, the underlying principle is when you learn to sell your value, you no longer have to compete on price. And congratulations, you're no longer a commodity. Okay, so now that leads me to a Sun Tzu quote. Sun Tzu said, strategies without tactics is the slowest road to victory. The tactics without strategy is the noise before defeat. And as you probably know, Sun Tzu is the author of the famous book, The Art of War. And what this quote says to me is, you can have all the great plans and laid out blueprints in the world, but if you don't put the action to it, you have nothing. Okay? And by the same turn, if you run out there doing a whole bunch of stuff just to be doing it, not with no real plan, no thought out game plan, no real blueprint to follow, then you're soon going to find yourself out of business or burn out, frustrated, and disgusted. I found myself after 22 years in business, nearly 22 years in business, burnt out, frustrated, and disgusted. And I had to make some drastic changes if I was going to continue to be in business. Thankfully, I found the right people to lead me in the right direction, and I was willing to do what it took to to aim towards that direction, and so I can move forward and ultimately make this quantum leap in my business. Also, it doesn't matter what type of business you have. These three principles, these three strategies can work for you. Now, you don't have to use them all. You can use one, you can use two, or you can use all three like I did. But, one or more of these can definitely make a change in your business depending on where you want your business to go. Okay? So if you're in appliance repair and you're not seeing the revenue that you want to see, then you may want to change your business model. If let's say you're doing appliance repair and you primarily do warranty work, well, you might want to change your business model to where you're primarily doing COD and maybe doing a little warranty on the side, or a little warranty, with Mike Sneed in Appliance Boot Camp in his blueprint. He says you eventually want to get to 80% COD, 20% warranty work, which is a very good mix. The warranty work is that little buffer that, that keeps you in the mix. You know what I mean? When some of the COD work is not coming through, you got that warranty work in there as a buffer. And there's some advantages in the warranty work, but there are also some disadvantages in warranty work, because basically warranty companies treat you like a commodity. Okay? To a warranty company, the third-party warranty companies, don't get it twisted. You are a commodity. And the people's homes that you go to, those are not your customers. Your customer is the warranty company. So those of you in appliance repair, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay? So let's say you're in the plumbing business and you're doing, you're out here, you're hustling this new construction. Same thing with electrical, same thing with HVAC, because we can kind of fold those in together. Appliance repair is just a little bit of an anomaly when it comes to this stuff. But we can fold the electrical, plumbing, and heating and air kind of in the same box, because you got the construction and the service side, and it's a little bit more cut and dry, right? So let's say you're primarily doing construction. Maybe you may be doing new construction, and whether that's commercial or residential. And, you're doing all these construction projects, but that a lot of times you gotta wait for your money. Yeah, the checks are bigger, but the logistics of running these projects, running these jobs, and getting these things done can be a freaking nightmare. You know what I mean? You got to wait for other trades to do their thing. You got to hope that when you come in and do your work, the next trade is not going to come in behind you and screw up your work. I can't tell you how many times plumbers and heating and air guys have cut my wires. Not only that, drywallers, installers coming in and covering up boxes, and and when they cut in the boxes, some of them, when they cut the boxes in, right, cut my wires with the rotor zips that they use to cut the sheetrock and all this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? I just really don't have to deal with that much today. I do, basements and stuff like that, unfinished basements. I do very little renovation. Matter of fact, I don't do any renovation at this point. But I will, I've just recently finished an unfinished basement job where, did a complete wiring of the basement and designed and built a full-scale home theater, you know, and my customer was absolutely delighted with the outcome. I had to deal with that primary homeowner the whole entire time. I didn't have to deal with no other subs. You know, when the heat and air guys came in on the rough end, yeah, we were in there together, working together, but we were right there, and we had no problems. It's a small enough project to where everything was pretty straight shot, straightforward, and we didn't have no issues. You know what I mean? So, didn't have to deal with no GC. Didn't have to deal with no investors. Didn't have to wait on no checks. Didn't have, you know, as soon as I got my part done, boom, the homeowner paid me. Right? Got the rough end done, got paid. Came in, trimmed out. The basic electrical, got paid. You know, came in and built out the home theater. Once that was done, got paid. No problems. And I'm talking about either that day or the next day. Not next week. Not after waiting on, who knows who or, or which or whatever. It's just a different world. You know what I mean? And it just, it's just a better fit for where I am in life at this, today. Okay. So anyway, that's all I got for you right now. And if you like what you heard in this episode, you're going to love the next one. I promise you that. I promise you. So that being said, be sure to like and share this episode. And also, you want to hit the subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future episodes on any of the other good stuff I got in store for you. All right? So, until the next one, deuces.